What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and as always, thank you for clicking on this video. Today we're going to review The Matrix. Alright, so in honor of The Matrix 4, Matrix Resurrections, I always like to go and revisit the original film since we're getting a lot of movies that are just continuing the series. And so I decided to review The Matrix from 1999. I personally have never seen The Matrix. I have never seen one movie. I've always grew up knowing that there was some sort of hype behind it, but I never really got to watch it. I mean, 1999, I was, I think, what, like 6 years old. And all these years, I never seen it until now because The Matrix 4 is coming out. So I was like, you know what? Let me hop in this train. Let me go see what this series is about. Let me go check out the films before I see this fourth one, so that way I won't be completely lost. So I went ahead and popped this thing on HBO Max, and I gotta say, wow. No wonder people have been talking about this. No wonder it was very popularized. It was made such a huge impact. No wonder the special effects, the action that this film has, you could say it took influence from something else, from a lot of Asian influences. It was no wonder that was very popular due to the action and all the slow-mos, all the special effects that it had at the time. And I mean, when you look at it now, it doesn't look as good because it's the late 90s going into 2000s. So a lot has happened. Technology obviously developed. But at the time, I'm pretty sure people saw this in theaters and were like, whoa, especially when they do the whole dodging the bullet thing in slow motion. When Trinity jumps in the air and everything freezes, the camera revolves and then kicks the guy. I knew all of that was in here, but I just wanted to see if it wasn't just something that the action overshadowed the plot. And to me, for the most part, it doesn't do that at all. It really ponders the question, what if the reality that you think you know is not what you know and it's something else? And essentially the story is about how reality as we know it's not really real. It's just a simulated reality called the Matrix, and that's something that Neo, played by Keanu Reeves, discovers, and he gets his eyes open, literally. Pretty much back in the day, there was a war between humans and machines made humans into these beings where they're gonna be in these pods where it's, in a way, they're kind of like hibernating, but they're not awake. They're connected into this simulated reality where they think they're living real life. It's as if you're living right now and then one day you wake up in this pod because you were disconnected from this reality, from this world that you thought was actually your life. So it does a good job in pondering that question. What if what you think you know is not actually real? If one day you wake up and all of this was BS, if all this was pretty much like a dream. And within the Matrix, we also have your bad guys who just look like the Men in Black, but with gray suits and glasses on, and they're trying to kill people. They're trying to stop humans from really ever waking up. Because if you die in the Matrix, you die for real. This movie also reminded me of Osmosis Jones, that animated movie with Bill Murray, and it's just how it's shot in live action, but within Bill Murray's body, we have these animated characters that represent like viruses, antiviruses, that represent bacteria, all these things, all these actual living things that live inside of us, but they are represented by characters. That's how these people are represented. Well, the bad guys, the villains, that's how they're represented in this film, and it reminded me a lot like that. After I saw the movie, I was like, wow, I can see if this film influenced other films. Not that this was the main point of reference for other films such as Inception to take influence from it, but that's at least how I saw it. When characters start interacting within the Matrix, it looks like the real world, but it doesn't behave like it. There's no really laws of gravity or anything like that. You pretty much could do whatever you want within this realm. I wouldn't say that there are a lot of twists and turns in this story. There is one thing that's not really a turn because you see it coming. The story tells you that this one character is somebody who's betraying the group. And there's also, at the end, it's established that the character of Trinity is in love with Neo, but to me there was really no build up to that. I just never really saw the connection, the romance between those two. Maybe it develops in the second and third film. I haven't seen them yet, but I eventually will get to them. But just in this one, when she established that she loved him, I was like, yeah, well, I never really saw you guys interacting in that way. But in the end, I really enjoyed this film. I enjoyed the actions, I enjoyed the story, I enjoyed the question that everyone likes to ponder at some point, and just this dystopian type of future that it depicts within this program. Even watching the action scenes was fun because it gave me a little idea of how it was something that was, I guess in a way, was relatively new at the time. I don't know if they were the first movie to do it, but I would say it was a film that popularized the use of slow motion and things that were supposed to be traveling at a fast velocity but were slowed down. But in the end, I will say that The Matrix is classic worthy.
Instant classic. Genius, genius, genius.
All right, so The Matrix, if you've seen it, go ahead and let me know. I want to know from you guys your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button, smash the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Follow me on Instagram. Keep watching this channel and keep watching movies.